Tell him go to hell,
motherfucker for real.
go to hell, motherfucker.
He's a motherfucker for real.
Go to hell, motherfucker.
He's a motherfucker for real.
Go to hell, motherfucker.
He's a motherfucker for real.
Peace, God. Peace, God.
Peace,
Assalamu alaikum to
peace.
family and everybody that's out there, man. Brother Dawah, what's happening with you, man?
I'm good, bro. How you be?
Oh, man. Blessed and highly favored, man. It's an honor, man, to have you on my show, brother.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate
And
it being here, bro.
It's a lot we got to cover, man, but we're gonna do as much as we can tonight.
All right.
We'll catch up with the rest of it when you touch down, brother.
All right.
All right. Peace and blessing to everybody that's out there, man. Assalamu alaikum to all my brothers. Salam, Hotep, and congratulations to David Banner. I just hollered at the brother, man, and he just wanted to say he's doing real good on davidbannershop.com. So I want to shout the brother out, man, and make sure I pay homage to him. And tonight, man, we just throw something together today. Me and this brother here, man, I was blessed to meet him through Issa, Sister Issa. And I chopped up a flyer today and I got my brother on here. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, and then after that, we're gonna kind of dialogue, man, just straight off the muscle.
Right on, bro. Well, first of all, I want to give a thanks to the ancestors for allowing me to be here. Another radio show. I've done several radio shows. I am Brother Dawah Bain Israel. I had a television show in Chicago, Illinois, called the Yah's Real Hour. That's how a lot of people got a chance to see me. It was the only television show at public access at CAN TV in Chicago that drawed ABC News. So that's the content I was dealing with.
Yes, sir.
So I had Dr. Umar Johnson on the show. That's one of the ways that Umar was able to be catapulted to the rest of the world through that show when he came to Chicago and sat down with me on September 18th in 2010. We did the live show.
Yes,
and
sir.
because of that show, some of that information he gave, I was able to write my first book. The definition of broke as a homosexual, lesbian, transgender, and bestiality assault on the Black race.
Yes, sir.
From a lot of information that Dr. Umar gave, a lot of things that he did say I've seen come to pass. So, you know, I've had the Princess of Zambia, the 6th generation granddaughter Shaka Zulu, was on the show. And I will be presenting that information to the family soon.
Okay.
Yeah. But she came on the show too. That was quite a powerful show. But I'm a musician as well, author, I have my own show and, you know, radio show, you know, stuff like that. So.
Yeah. I like that one that you sent to me, bro. What you gonna do? Yeah. I got to put that one in my mix, man. Actually, it's got a little video to it, man. Tell the people how to reach you on your platform, man, so they can reach out to you via Facebook.
My website is the main page, right? Main place where I'm doing my sales of my book and my ebook and everything. And that's on my web. Now, the funny thing is, I tried to share my website on Facebook and on YouTube, but every time I do, they just send people to a spot that says the site is under construction. But it's not under construction. The site is up. So you have to manually type in yahisrealhour.com. That's to get to the damn site, so you can get to the videos and everything.
Hey, they full of tricks, ain't it?
Yeah, but anyway, it's yahisrealhour.com. That's YAHISREALHOUR. I gotta spell it all out. I just can't put a link up there. It ain't gonna work.
Hey,
But also they can reach me on Facebook as Dawa Israel, but I'm in Facebook jail right now on that page. I stay there all the time. Well, you can send me an inbox or something, or you can reach me on Dawa Netter. That's DAWANETER. That's another page. I'm blocked on that one too. So anyway, I think you got a page of mine that's open. Well, you might have shared that one.
Hey, listen, brother. That's why we here today, bro. That's why we're here today, man. Kind of talk about these hidden agendas, man, and kind of liberate the minds of our people, man, and get prepared. You know what I'm saying, to do for self.
Yeah, well, I do have one more thing I want to put out. I got a new brand new YouTube page. Okay. I got a Dawa Netter 3 page. This is so crazy. When I go on and do my book, my videos on Facebook, after so many videos, they'll take them all down. And then they'll appear again on some other damn web YouTube site that ain't even mine. It's called Dawa Israel Reloaded. I'm like, what the hell? So I got to go over there and tell people, go over there. I got some stuff over there. And then you can Dawa Netter 3 on YouTube. That's DAWANETER 3. Dawa Netter 3. But I can't go live on that one. So I had to get another one. So I can go live, and that's the Yah's Real Hour Show YouTube page. That's where I can go live at. So if you want to see me live, you got to go there for now.
Man, you got me sweating already, man. Hey, listen, bro. hey, but I do understand, man. I've been through it, man, since I haven't been doing this, but almost a year. And I'm in Facebook jail right now, man, on my other Asiatic Blakk page, and I got another page called The Godfather of the Sip. I'm blocked on that one. As a matter of fact, every time I get on that one, they make me change my password. And on my YouTube page, man, they knocked me down and kept me in jail for 6 months last year on that one, where I couldn't stream live. As soon as they did it for 3 months, and then as soon as I got through with that, I put one show up, and during that show they blocked me because of a video I played, and then I called the company and got permission to play the video, sent them the email, and they still wouldn't release me. So I ended up going for another 3 months. But you know, it is what it is. Tell us a little more about the book, brother.
Oh, well, I wrote the book. The first edition was in 2012. And man, the brother that produced the book for me, not produced it, but the brother that published the book for me got us in trouble. He went to jail, so I couldn't ask. He went to jail before the book was actually published, and I couldn't get to him to get the PDF file. He had it locked up. I needed somebody else to go in it, and I tried to edit it, to re-edit it, to finish the edit so that I can get the book pushed out. It took months and months and months and months for that finally to happen. Okay. And then I got a chance to get with this one sister, I ain't gonna say her name, but she put the book out, she edited the book. And then she and I was supposed to have been trying to develop some type of relationship that did never happen. She had made a YouTube page for me, and the book was on the YouTube page, and she's an editor. But once the relationship didn't blossom, then she killed the YouTube page, and I'm back to square one again. Now I can't push the book. That was my main means to push the book. I've had a lot of trouble in hell trying to push this book. Right, I got it revised again in 2014, though, through another company out in Chicago, Illinois. A brother out on 53rd, and he's over there, 53rd, and I can't think of the name of that damn street, but it's over in Hyde Park.
Right.
Brother called Chicago, Illinois. It's called Frontline Books. Brother Sekou, brother out of Trinidad. That's the brother who published my book. Okay. So it's been out at revised since 2014. I went to Canada with the book on December 25th, 2015. And I had a lecture and everything set up. I was supposed to be going into do this lecture at this all indigenous restaurant that is just newly opened. Right. And I was supposed to give a lecture, Everybody was going to get a book and something to eat, which was going to be a surprise. They didn't know I was going to play music. That was just going to be an action. But I was stopped at the border, and I had to end up spending 7 hours detained because of my book. They ended up keeping every last book I had. I had to do a strip search. They didn't touch me though, but I had to strip all my clothes off just because I wrote that book. I can see right now they messing with my face. Look like an old Chinese movie right now while I'm trying to talk. My lips ain't moving as fast as they're supposed to, nothing. On my end,
hey, we had a little shock on this end too, but it came back. Hey, brother. Hey, just keep.
So now you already know, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just funny how we come on here, bro, and now be billionaires and still shake up the internet.
Yes, sir.
It's amazing how we can come on the internet, bro, and be in the presence of our own domain, little residents that they do allow us to have a little bit of freedom in and shake their whole damn world. Where every time we come on, they got to scramble what we saying, which only proves what the hell we saying.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. So anyway, I had to spend 7 hours in the jail over there, bro, and had to do a strip search and all of that. After they couldn't find nothing on me, they asked me, this is what beat to me. I'm in Canada now. They asked me, do you have a gun permit? Eyes got all big when they asked, you have a gun permit? I'm like, no. Because I know better than that. I've been in the military. I know better. That's a dead giveaway. When they know you have a gun permit, that means you're a threat to them automatically. They want to take your guns anyway. So I had no gun permit. That right there, he dropped his head after I said I didn't have a gun permit. That let me know they targeting brothers over here with gun permits. You got a gun permit, they looking at that because they don't want nobody trained that's indigenous to be able to put a bullet back in one of their skulls. They don't want that to happen.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's interesting if they ask me that. Of all things, they ask me, do you have a gun permit? Like, and if I would have had one, like what? What would have happened if I would have had a damn gun permit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's just a little bit of the connection to the book. Why I had to be asked because I wrote that book. Do I have a gun permit? Like they want to make people brothers that's straight and indigenous that only want to deal with our women. They make we the #1 threat to this European and Jewish boy society, this facade, this world he living in.
Most definitely.
We #1. We what he wants to be and can't.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Let me ask you this, man. When they stopped you and detained you for all of that time, what were the what did the agenda turn out to be, other than you being a brother and you doing what you do and they trying to stop that? Did they come up with any reliable causes?
No. They came after they couldn't find nothing on me for 4 or 5 hours. I think it's about the fifth hour, them not being able to find anything on me, not being able to find any contacts in my phone because they had my telephone, my cell phone. They had access. I had to give them a password. They didn't find nothing with that. They didn't find nothing on. They was going through my videos because I had my videos there too. They took my DVDs, all my DVDs from my show. They took all my music that I had and all my books. They gave me nothing. They told me the last thing about the 5th hour after they couldn't find anything. They came in. I heard them outside the door. They said, let's do it. It was 2 of them. And at that point, I figured, okay, well, I guess I better cancel, all of my thoughts and emotions for all my people back home or whatever, because it's about to go down.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't finna get no free tail. Ain't finna be nothing. I'm thinking they coming here trying to rape me, brother. Because I don't trust white boys. Period. I know that nature. That's what they like.
Right.
When they came in the room, it was like he wasn't looking at me no more. He had been talking to me eye to eye. Every time he came into the little cell, every time he came in, they looked at me eye to eye and talk. And I always kept a very, very, very low tone of voice. You can't give him no energy at all to feed off of.
Right,
and I always kept a low tone voice. He never said nothing to the dude. All of the time I'm in there, I'm sitting in there for 7 hours. Anyway,
Well, like I said, in the 5th hour, the white man came in there and they said, I noticed he wasn't looking at me anymore. His voice was raised, which means he was looking straight ahead, voice raised, reading off this paper. Like, okay, the ancestors telling me, okay, this hunky trying to detach himself from whatever he getting ready to do. He don't want to look at you because you done already made a connection and then made this hunky feel like you ain't no threat. He know you ain't no real threat. So he got to detach himself from all this BS he'd have been told to do by the higher ups or whatever the hell. And so then he said, we have reason to believe in a loud tone of voice that you trying to smuggle drugs into Canada. And they ain't found no damn drug. Ain't found no drug. Now, I ain't gonna lie. They found a piece of wrapper from some $5 weed I had bought. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna front. One little wrapper. That's it. There was nothing else in the car. So here I am being told I'm trying to smuggle drugs into Canada. Really? And you ain't found no drug at all. Didn't find nothing. My car was spotless. And I mean, they was going through my car, bro, like it was amazing, bro. One little piece of wrapper, man, that they found, bro. That's it. And I'm smuggling drugs into Canada. They had to find something because they had nothing to get me on at all. This is what they'll do, man. They'll plant dope on you if they can.
Yes, sir.
Then, when I got ready to find the process out, when I finally went through the process of having to be stripped and all that type of stuff, and he flashed the flashlight in my butt, over your butt cheeks, flashed the flashlight in your behind, and all this craziness. After all that, and I finally had to go talk to the head person, this craftsman tells me, he said, okay, so why'd you have the brass knuckles? I had brass knuckles too now. It's another thing. I had brass knuckles as my protection. You damn right. And so he asked me, why did you have the brass knuckles? And I told him, I said, look, I had brass knuckles because I'm coming to a white land. And where I'm from, y'all cops kill us, flat out. He said, well, this is Canada. This ain't America. I said, I don't give a damn about none of that. The reality is where I'm from, you white cops kill us. He said, you know what? If I were you, I would carry him too. And so I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. So that can mean two things. It can mean, okay, man to man, as a man, you do need to protect yourself. But it also can mean, well, yeah, you're right, nigga, because we will kill your ass. To me, that's what I took both. You know what I'm saying? I took the latter first, though. You see, that's what I'm getting. He's sending me a message. Yeah, with you doing what you do, yeah, you need to carry brass knuckles. You definitely do. We will kill you out here. That's what I'm getting from it. And they wouldn't allow me to go into Canada. It just sent me right on out of Canada. Now, when they sent me the letter, later on, 6 months later, I got a letter from them. Nothing on it was about drugs. I wasn't no menace to their society or none of that kind of stuff. It said that I blame a certain part of society for the ills of society. This is the crap that was checked on the box. I'm looking at this international piece of paper that tells you what hate speech is internationally. If you're a speaker or whatever, I'm looking at this paper like, look at these choices of A, B, C, D, or what it could amount to. And I'm like, this is crazy. These crackers actually will try to prosecute you because you say out of your mouth with conviction and historical record that these homosexual Europeans are the bane, and Jews are the bane of society. You are considered a hate speech monger all over this place, bro. I couldn't believe it. It was so weak. Hate speech. Your book is hate speech. That's what it ended up being. My book was hate speech because they opened my book and they saw there were women in the book with German shepherds, white boys in the book with P. They weren't even in a relationship with them. They weren't having no so-called freaky sexual stuff. It's a picture of a German shepherd laying on top of a white girl in the bed, and the German shepherd was licking on the face, something like that. They saw that stuff in the book. They saw their homosexuality in the book. They saw lesbianism in the eyes of the lesbos in the book, and the fact that they didn't even want their damn women. Who makes dildos if you got a penis? And it would be who the hell you came with the equipment. So why are you making dildo? See, this is stuff I put in my book.
Exactly.
the history of all that type of stuff. And when they looked at them, they saw that, they saw themselves in a light they don't want to be identified in. Because they want to push homosexuality through Hollywood, to me as a headquarters of this madness, to the whole entire world. They want to push the LGBT madness. And my book, they can't come through that book. I got information in there about the Catholic Church. Do you know, bro? They have an organization in America called NAMBLA, the North American Man Boy Love Association.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's called. All them damn European dudes, that these cops always bothering us like we are the problem. No, they got thousands of European Tom Cracklin. Some of them are priests, some of them are popes or whatever. Mm-hmm. Some of them are regular layman cracklers, lawyers, doctors, pediatricians, veterinarians, you name it. Ice cream makers, clowns, all this madness. That's what these crackers do. All of them has got that pedophile nature, homosexual molester type of nature within themselves. And they didn't like the fact that my book, it makes them deal with themselves. The white folks don't like to deal with themselves. They don't like it, bro.
Yes, sir. Okay, so now since then they took all your equipment right then. How have you been doing with the book since then? Have you
I just had to order more. I had to order more. Just had to order more books every time I get another ship. I had to order some more. Or at least some more books. I had to order some. That's all. I still can get books.
Okay, so right now, before we go any further, man, make sure you tell the people where exactly they can find that book. I did see it on Amazon, I believe. And
it was on Amazon at one time, and last I looked, because a couple of fags claimed they had stopped selling it on Amazon. Last I looked, they discontinued, banned it from Amazon.
Okay.
So you can get it on my website though if you just type in your search engine, YahIsRealHour.com. That's my website. That's YahIsRealHour.com. YahIsRealHour.com. Type that in, a website will pop up. You open up the For Real Sale tab on my website. You'll see the different options. You can open this right at the top. You can open up the For Real Sale tab, the last one on the right, last tab, and then you will find the link to order the revised version of the book. If you want paperback copy, or you can then order the ebook. The paperback copy is $22 bucks. You'll pay about $23 total, shipping and handling. And then the ebook is $10, $9.99.
All right. Let me ask you this, man. What got you into the struggle, man? Was it a family thing? Did you have something that happened to you in life, or were you born with the third eye? What happened, man? How did you get into this?
I'm going to say it started when I was in high school. When I took speech class. Some class, when you know how you get when school is over for the year and you get your schedule for next year. And I got my schedule for the next year. I was going to become a junior. Mm-hmm. And I had to take speech class. And I was like, oh, I know I'm not going to do good at this because I'm not no talker. I'm not no talker in front of people. At least I didn't think I was until I took speech class. And I had a very excellent teacher. Miss Wiggins, I'll never forget that, a sister, very good teacher. She taught me poise, how to hold the audience attention, all the things you need to actually do this. But I don't think you can do it really and effectively, really to me, unless you're already given it. So I want to say that even before that, I think I was born with it. But I didn't think I recognized any of it until I turned 16 and I did my first speech in high school. Because the teacher asked, she said, is anybody in here that wants to go and be part of the Black History Month program? Now, school starts in August. So Black History Month, February, school almost out. So I've had plenty of speeches. I done in front of the class to perfect, my little craft or whatever. So I'm feeling like since I was able to be successful in the classroom with speeches and the people when I got up there, I had a warm reception all the time. I feel I could do it in front of the class, the 9th grade class, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade class. So what I did was I decided to write my own speech. I didn't want to write
I didn't want to recite something someone else had already done, like Thurgood Marshall or Dr. King, and I didn't want to do any of that. So I took a piece of paper, and the ancestors told me what to say. I started writing at the top of the page. I turned the page over. I stopped at the bottom right-hand corner when the page was complete. And I memorized everything I wrote. And when I was going to pause and raise my voice, all that stuff, you know, on my own. Nobody was teaching me, coaching me. In my own little home, my little apartment, my mother lived in, and perfected it. And went and laid it down. And I think that was the exception of me speaking, because from that, I went to the church and was offered the opportunity to preach in the church. And then I went to the military, and they used to call me preacher from there. And once I got out of the military, I became a preacher for real. So, you know, so a minister in the gospel temple, from the temple of Yahweh and Yahshua, where we preached not a white Jesus or a Jewish Jesus, but a black Yahshua that's supposed to be a revolutionary that was coming back. Even though since then I've elevated my mind from that thought too. Ain't nobody coming to get us now. I know, but ain't nobody can do it, but you know. Yeah, bro.
Hey, I was talking to I was talking to Issa about an hour ago, man. We were sitting down having dinner, and
okay.
You know, my wife gets on me all the time about not having a filter. I was like, man, you wait till you hear this brother, man. You talking about me. I mean, I'm a puppy compared to this brother, man. I'd have listened to some of your footage, man, that you got out there on the net.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, a lot of times I explain to my audience, man, a lot of times I kind of stumble over my words because I don't want to go too hard. You know, I don't want them to take me down before I get my message across.
Right.
But at the same time, I want to get my fucking message across. You understand what I'm saying? So,
right.
You know, sometimes we have to kind of curve a little bit, you know.
Right.
But, bro, you be bringing it to him, man. Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it. See, the thing is, I think I got a little spoiled almost, I guess you would say, because when I went on when I first started doing TV, brother, when I became a preacher, I was 22. I got my first something. I woke up one day and said, hell, you know what? I'm a bishop, so I need a TV show. I need to go down here to the public access. Like, they got public access. They talk about the Lord. So I'm going to go down here and see what I can do. I'm going to talk about the Lord, too. I'm going to talk about this black revolution that is coming to get our black ass. So when I went down there, bro, I was in Indiana, a place called Mishawaka. It's like Michigan and Indiana mixed together, you know.
Right.
And I paid my money. I took the class. I passed the class. And I sat there in front of them crackers. And I talked about them crackers for an hour. And I paid their money. And they played the shows. Right. I done went through the process. I'm going to talk about your ass, though. And you're going to play. And I went back every month. And they never questioned me. It's like they was just, I don't know how they took me, bro, but they never said a word. Then when I went to Chicago, I did the same damn thing. I didn't ask them. I paid my money. I took the class. I passed the class. So I'm finna sit here. You told me I can't use certain words, but you ain't telling me you don't know how I'm finna come. I'm live. So when I go live, ain't nothing you can say. And when I went live, the people received it. And I just said what I needed to say, and they never said a word to me. They would complain behind my back, but they never said a word ever, not one time. So I just went ahead on with it, bro. I pushed the envelope. That's what I did.
Well, the thing about that is a lot of us don't realize, and this is what I try to tell brothers and sisters, man, it's about their business. You know, we all got different views and opinions, man, about religion, food, health, you know, the way we, you know, our physical beings. We all got differences on that, but it's one agenda today. And the agenda is, man, togetherness, man, for the benefit of our people, man, and healing the land. All the other bullshit, man, can walk. You know, I could care less about that. Yeah, so you know, that was one of the reasons I named it. You know, when I told you I was going to make the flyer today, you know, myself, I consider myself and yourself, man, sort of like Jonas, man, of the Bible, or Jonah, as people know him. You know, we're among the land, man, trying to give these people a warning. You know what I'm saying? And you know, back in the Hebrew Bible, you know, everybody know what happened with Jonas, man. He kind of veered off, man, and got swallowed up, went into the belly of the whale. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how I came up with the name of the show. But people got to heed to the warning, man. One way or the other, they gonna be lost, bro. You know what I'm saying? We've been sitting back all of this time, man. Our ancestors, you know, like mothers and fathers that didn't have the opportunities that we have today in order to get the knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of them didn't have no excuse for having certain amount of a level of ignorance. But today, bro, we ain't got no fucking excuse. So it's gonna have to happen one way or the other. Yeah. So it was about it's about that business, man. You went and paid your money, man. Them white folks made it happen. You know, I was looking at a lot of footage on Khalid Muhammad from back in the day. He was straight raw. You know, when he was sitting there talking to Donahue didn't like that shit, but he couldn't do nothing about it because he was about that bread. And as long as he had paid that bread, man, he had to get that message across, man. You know, they'll come with some backdoor stuff, man. Like you're saying, they were talking behind your back, and there's a lot of stuff said off air, but they weren't gonna come, you know, mess up their business with it. All right. So the next thing I want to ask you about, man, is in today's, you know, this current thing that's going today, man, is about these brands, man, that we get caught up in. And I spent so much time. Matter of fact, I had a couple of dialogues in the past couple of days, man, about this little Gucci thing. And I was talking to Banner, and Banner was telling me, you know, how as long as we pretend or act towards it like we, you know, disturbed about the situation, just stop fucking with them. And that's, you know, that's one of the messages that I try to put out there. But we have to heal our people in order to get them to psychologically see that as long as you have this self-incriminating attitude or this attitude of low self-esteem and not knowing where you come from, then you're going to be subject to those brands, because those brands, in their eyes, put them in a certain category of life. So how do you separate yourself from that, man? And what could you tell the people, you know, that they could use, man, in order to get you know, knowledge of self, even if they don't want to study for it? Because a lot of people, you know, they don't have the time. A lot of people got, you know, single parents. You know, we got a lot of stuff going on. So with that, man, what is your input on what these people can do, man, to feel great about themselves? What knowledge can you drop on them?
Well, let's take Versace for one.
Okay.
If we just pop up on, if you just go in your search engine and on Google, in the images, and type up Versace and see what Versace look like, you shouldn't want to give Versace a dime of your damn money, no damn. I mean, this thing look like a damn lizard man, you know? I mean, so why would I want anything on my person, or my woman, or my children, my wife, I mean, my grandmothers, my aunties, any of my family at all, from a creature that looks like that? Can you imagine the demonic energy around a demon that looks like that? And then let's take the rest of these designers. All these designers are the oppressors of our people. Their families are the oppressors of our people.
Yes, sir.
They use people like T.I. T.I. say he spent how much a year with Gucci? $1 million. So how much money is T.I. really making to be able to drop $1 million on Gucci? He got to be making a lot. And I ain't tripping, but damn, what is he really doing to make that much bread to be able to drop $1 million on clothing? And another thing, all them designers, bro, is anti-life anyway.
Yes, sir.
Why are we supporting these anti-life creatures? Most of these designers are fags. Faggots.
Yes,
so
sir.
we're going to spend millions of dollars continuously with fags. People who have to go outside with suntan lotion. People who have to get in a coffin that they call a suntanning booth today. They got to plug that bitch into the wall and have this radiation just baked into their damn whole body
to come outside to be Versace, to be Gucci and Cabana and Prada. Get the fuck out of here. We paying these people millions of dollars so they can plug in goddamn coffins in the wall, bro, and be out here taking pictures of paparazzi and shit. Ping, ping, ping. Man, please. We should have been stopped that. You know what, bro? The entertainment, I'm going to tell you, the entertainers have been on some BS, man. And the reality is now the Instagram is out. You see, now the Patreon, Instagram, all these little Facebook Live and all that, we get a chance to see people in their real life. See, the reality show ain't no reality. So we get to see your real shit when stuff like Gucci come out. Then you pop on the scene and tell us to boycott. See, the boycott means that we gonna stay back for a minute until you show us proper respect. Then we gonna start giving you money again.
Yes,
but
sir.
you still a faggot, though. You still gonna be a faggot. You still gonna be hating indigenous people. You still ain't gonna spend none of your money with us. When does Gucci ever come in the hood?
Hey, I said
that. Made any stores at Prada and Cabana or whoever the hell these people, and they drop any stores in the hood?
No, they ain't gonna drop none in the hood. You know what, man?
Where they live at?
You know what? As a matter of fact, you know what? I got 2 plugs, man, that I'm gonna play.
Okay.
I want you to listen to them, man, by Banner. And then I got another one later. I'm gonna do another one later on, man. But I want you to listen at this by my brother David Banner, man. And then we're gonna come right back at him. Hold on for 1 second. Let me pull it up. All right, here we go.
Whether we want to admit this or not, in most cases, it's a self-esteem problem. You know, most of us, not all of us, we don't buy these things because they're higher quality. We don't even test the quality. We buy it because rich white people wear that shit. And we feel like if we wear the same shit rich white folks wear, then it makes us better people. And that's some bullshit. I'm a god, and I know I'm a god when I'm butt fucking
it's
naked.
low.
If you really a boss, if you really a god, then find somebody in your city and make their brand hot. I wanted to be a black person, but fuck it, whoever it is, go get an unknown brand that's dope and make them pop it. Instead of buying some shit that we, man, don't even worry about it, fuck it. A brand or a business will tell us they're sorry. Racism is acquired.
I'm gonna send it to you later on. The audience can hear it.
Fuck. It's acquired. Right. So you don't make a mistake and do no racist shit. Especially when you done seen other brands make the same fucking mistake doing the same shit. You a racist fuck and I don't want your apology. I'm never buying you shit again. Houston's, the restaurant in Atlanta that did that racist shit. I don't fuck with them no more. I don't go there at all. I love Waffle House. Don't get it fucked up. I don't fuck with them no more. It ain't no sorry. Like, what the fuck, man? I don't get us, man. Like, it ain't no time. If you sorry, build a fucking school. If you sorry, donate 17, 18, 19 million fucking dollars. Market towards us until, you know, their stock is going down. And then they go get a couple black stars, or they go get one fucking black designer that allow them to design one fucking run of their clothes, and then black people start back buying them again, and then they go back to laughing at us and shit. I used to live in New York. I stayed in New York for 6 years. And this is right around the time that, you know, I did stunting as a habit. So I was buying that kind of shit at the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm popping. I remember the black folks in Louis Vuitton who worked in the store told me, Banner, they don't like us, man. They look at us with disgust when we come in the stores, when the rappers come in the stores. You know, no matter how much money that they spending, like from that point, I started noticing that shit. How they look at us when we come in that store. Fuck you.
Yeah, he was actually explaining, man. It was something that he had on his page, man, and he was explaining how you know, during the days of when we was out on tour and everything, he was wearing Louis Vuitton and stuff like that. And when he was going into the stores, a lot of the other artists, celebrities that he used to talk to would pull him to the side and be like, you know, Banner, these folks can't stand our asses, man. Why you spending this type of money with them? You know, and the people that was in the stores, that was working in the stores that were black, were pulling him to the side. And, you know, he knows better now, but, you know, this is where we came from. And then also he was saying how being in that type of gear is part of low self-esteem, man. We feel like we equal to them when we wear their shit. And, you know, that's just one thing we got to grow from, bro.
Yeah, it's like what they doing is by them not having any type of, look at their designs. Their designs that they designed for themselves versus what they designed for our children to wear. You know, they couldn't come to our children with some of the crazy stuff they designed for themselves. They designed this stuff to try to make it look like we will wear it anyway. They designed it for us, okay?
Right.
That's what they designed it for. They want to make sure our children put it on so they can eat. See, they can't even eat without us. See, we want to get rid of them, then what you do is cut them off completely. See, the fact that they can go to a TI and get TI to buy $1 million worth of their clothes. They using TI everywhere he go. They got the paparazzi probably somewhere taking pictures of him and flashing their design. This is what they do. They got to come around us to eat, bro. This is what the industry, our people got to see. You got to see the power you got. They coming to you, they can't even eat, they can't feed their babies without you. We they welfare. We make sure they fare well. You get it?
Yes,
they tell our black asses fare well, but we make sure they fare well by us always supporting them. Our children, our artists. They know damn well they can't send no goofy ass white boy to buy $1 million worth of damn Gucci, and we would follow him and wear it. It ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna
they gotta use us. The most they got.
And then when they
if it's like this, if T.I. with the money T.I. makes, if T.I. could get together and get some young cats, I'm pretty sure they would go in any place, a little building. They can just buy a little building, and you know, in little areas. You know what I'm saying? And have little young cats go in there, buy some machine, teach these young guys, pay for sewing classes so they can sew. You want to be fly? We that way anyway. So let's just make it ourselves. Pay them little young cats. Give them something to do. Let them go to school and design what you tell them what you want. See what they do? They took T.I., put T.I. on TV. They gave T.I. a reality show, right? You can get on TV. You can find little rappers and all that type of stuff. You can make them go through all these changes to become rappers. But what about going in the hood, though, and being able to just buy little lots of stuff? You know what I'm saying? Put some food on the lots so everybody working in your shop can eat from the lots. You can produce some food in the lots, push it all together, and you say you got food and you got your clothes. You know what I'm saying? You push it all. Come on, man. It ain't that damn difficult.
No, not at all.
A lot of these cats already had the mind to push business because they was pushing business before they got there anyway.
Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt. That's how
we are it. They coming to us to eat. That's how we gotta see it. We gotta stop them from eating, bro. We gotta stop eating. That's all it is. Don't stop being fly. Just make sure that you fly because of you, and you ain't fly because somebody that wants to exploit you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Banner even told him, man, if you really think you a boss, go to your hood where somebody's got a certain designer clothes and take that shit and make it hot instead of getting on them white folks. That's all you got to do if you just think you a boss like that. You know what I'm saying? So you're absolutely right, brother. Absolutely right. And another thing, you know, out of that is when they get through with your ass, they're gonna throw you right back in the hood anyway. When they get up, when they juice you out of everything they got, everything they need, then they throw your ass in prison or they send you back to the hood. And I was looking at something else earlier today, how bad they did this one brother. He's not a very, very popular brother, but you know, in New York City, a place like that, man, you ain't got to go outside of that particular area to be a millionaire. So in short, they took this one brother, man, used him up and throwed him in a cell with no windows. Black man. throw them in a cell with no fucking windows, man. Imagine that shit, bro. That's beyond torture, bro.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being in no little small room, man, half the size of a regular cell with no windows. Man, that shit'll drive you crazy, bro.
That's the whole purpose of it.
Yeah.
See, and that's like what they want to do, man, is they want to switch places with us.
Yeah.
These always factor monkey cave bedrock babies that have always lived under the damn ground. They've always lived in solitary confinement in the damn earth. They've never seen the sun. They don't give a damn. And they know that would kill us. You see?
Right.
They know that would kill us. So that's why they put us in the place. You can't get no sunlight. That's the one thing a brother needs. You got to get sunlight. I don't care how much herb you got or whatever you use. Whatever. I don't care what you have in your little recreational time to have a good time. You got to have sunlight if you like us. And that's a fact, and they know that, bro.
You damn right.
They know this, man.
I just can't imagine.
Yeah, I always fact, man.
If it came down to a situation like that, man, bro, you know, I lived out there, man, doing my thing for a lot of years, man, you know, with the haram and being in them clubs, man, drinking, smoking, and all of that. I missed it, you know. Maybe it's because of what I got to do in the future. But I can tell you one thing,
right.
The mind I got right now, if it looked like I was going to jail for anything other than saving my family or myself, you can kill me right there. I'm saying it right here on air. I can't go to no box, man. I can't do it. It ain't no motherfucking way. Yeah, so I got to stay on the right side of the road, man. All right, so let me ask you this, man. What about I want to bring this to you too, bro. Having empathy, man, for men, you know, men's, because a lot of I had a dialogue, man, a couple of days ago on my shows. A sister brought up something about why black men are scared to get their hearts to the black women, and of course, a lot of us already know why. But then there's brothers that I give opportunities to speak via my platform, and they don't open their mouths, man. So a lot of times, you know, man, if a person not getting it from me, or they're not getting it from a book, or they're not going to songs and getting it, if they ain't going seeking it on their own, if it's anybody that got on my show that be able to tell them, a lot of times, man, what a person don't receive from me or their father, or their brother, or a song or whatever the case may be, they might be able to receive it from somebody else. So everybody I invite on my platform, I ask them questions like that, man. So it may be you that could tell them, you know, what it is that stops a black man from giving his heart to a black woman, or if you even think that is what the problem is, and if it is, what they can do to change that mindset.
Well, I want to answer this to the best of my ability.
Okay.
The best of my ability, the best of the ancestors are giving me. Let's look at the COINTELPRO. The COINTELPRO document is a document that is designed all around this government wanting to stop the rise of a black messiah.
Yes, sir.
So that right there puts the indigenous woman, each woman, any woman, every black indigenous woman, under the radar of these Europeans. So she needs to understand that, understand that this government, they gave the world a Jewish savior, okay? This man, okay, of their nation. But the reality is that the savior of the world, if there is one, he would be one of her sons, which means they're looking for they said they want to stop the rise of a black messiah. They didn't say it was several of them. They said one. So that means any woman could have that one. So all indigenous women are under that banner, and they come after every last one of you. So your whole neighborhood is already designed around them trying to make sure that one indigenous young male does never pop up. Whatever they do. If they do pop up, they're going to make sure they're in the military, or they're going to make sure we're off in their college, or they're going to make sure that one of us is somewhere in one of their construction companies working for them and never doing nothing for ourselves.
It's going to be that they don't allow her man. They don't allow her man to do everything they get a chance to do.
Right.
It's not the playing field. It's not the same. We are the man that they buck broke. This is something she has to understand. This European raped men, and they had plantations where they raped little boys, and they had little sex farms for little boys to be homosexual. So when you have this homosexual nature, you got these men that don't want to be men anyway. So you got today's energy is an energy of homosexuality is the way, and a lot of cats are saying they ain't got no issue with that. And that's because the government designed it that way. Now, this is the thing. In 1969, so if you ain't born before then, you born up there after 1969, your whole life has already been planned. Because in 1969, the government said in the Jaffe Memorandum that they were going to increase homosexuality and restructure the family. The government said they were going to do that. They was going to use the media, the radio, TV, all outlets were going to be used to push the homosexual narrative. So the government, the same government that was after your son before he came out the womb now, is the same government that put the whole program together. The COINTEL program was put together to stop your son from ever becoming who he is. Now imagine a man destined to be the savior of the world that doesn't know he's that. All information is kept from him all the time. We don't really know how to interact with our women because the European has conquered us. This is a fact. They've conquered us, and we've lost our way as a whole instinctively on how to control and protect our family. And when men are knocked off their element of protectors, they don't know what to do. So they can't naturally walk into the protective role of a household. They don't want the responsibility because they don't know what to do.
Yes, sir.
We don't know. They locked away some of our uncles who was good men who was just selling weed. That's all they was doing. But they came in the house, and these men were taking care of households, holding, as we say, holding down households. They wasn't all beating women. They were not all runaway fathers and all that. Some of the men were decent brothers, good brothers. Some of the men came in to take care of other men's children, okay, and respected them. It wasn't this terrible the narrative that it is now. We were always men that protected and cared for our women. But when they came in with the foods, see, a lot of this is the foods too. Women can't really get angry with a brother if you listen. One of the number one things, and this man dies of in this country, is prostate cancer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, women are naturally those who nourish because they breastfeed the baby. So automatically the woman is automatically supposed to be on this here thought process. But they're off too because the average one don't do that. See what I'm saying? They're not into that thought process of actually making that be what they're supposed to be doing on a regular basis. So since they don't really even gravitate as a whole toward breastfeeding, they're not into nourishing their man either. So therefore, he ain't getting what he needs. You going out getting $400-500 worth of groceries, but you ain't got no nourishment for him at all in the cart. The foods that you bought are the same food that you feed him is what's killing his prostate. So he can't even be what he's supposed to be because his testosterone, he ain't getting his testosterone replenished or none of that. Sisters have to go into how do you heal your man too. You have to make yourself more valuable than just a beautiful face. See, can you show me how to live longer? Can you come to me with a plan on how you're going to feed me so I'm here for my children and I'm as strong as I possibly can be?
Yes, sir.
Or are you going to feed me the food that's going to mess up my prostate and cause me to die early? Cause you to have to be stressed out of your mind because I got prostate cancer and I can't urinate properly. I'm getting up all times of night. So your life ain't, your quality of life is not good either. But some of that's because of you. So some of me being irritable It's because you feed me the food that they put out there to kill your Messiah. You don't know because you got to go and pay attention to what has the government designed for the man that you're laying next to. For your father, your uncle, your brother, your grandfather, all that. Women have to go into that. See, you have to go into the military mind. See, you want to be a protect. Women think and they gravitate toward protection. And it's natural. They gravitate toward who is going to be able to protect them. So the European has been able to show he can protect with programs and, you know, I give you this. And, you know, you keep the man out of the house. Another thing they got to do. They got to go back to that too. There was a time when men were told you couldn't be in the house. Mm-hmm. Damn, I mean, you get on my case if I ain't around. But if I'm in the house now, I can't be in the house. Damn, you look at all trying to find my shoes, all that the damn closet. Where a man's drawers at? God damn. Okay, I see some Brute 33 or some Old Spice. There's got to be a man somewhere around here. Damn.
Hey, brother,
I'm not making excuses. All I'm saying is, but sisters, if sisters get into the nurturing mode, not being a nurse for these Europeans all the time, but being a midwife for your babies and start delivering your little messiahs instead of letting these Euros deliver your little messiahs and your little empresses. You see what I'm saying? Stop letting these Euros deliver your children. Stop letting these Euros murder your babies.
Exactly.
And abortion. You can't say you really don't understand why come men don't want to really all the way get with you and go all the way there when you will willingly travel 2 or 3 states over to murder a baby.
That's right.
Now,
yes, sir.
That's the fact. We as people, we the male and female, we got to really clean our stuff up for real together.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
That's issues. We don't want to deal with those issues. And sometimes a man, listen, I'm gonna say this and shut up. Sometimes a man doesn't want to tell a woman how he feels because he knows what's out here. And a woman sometimes may not catch it. Sometimes she may just be in conversation because of her emotions, her feelings. Women, most of the time, a lot of times speak off their feelings, may not even be aware that somebody has been sent to you because your man is a threat. You don't know who the hell it is coming to ask you all these damn questions. I want to take you out, you know, on the job. Hey, let's go out for drinks or whatever. So how's your family and all this and that? You don't have no idea. It's a goddamn spot.
Right.
This is what you have to think of. And think of this other thing. Assata Shakur, one of the greatest, I would say, Assata Shakur would be the epitome of a woman that an indigenous man would need to survive these hells of America. Like, if you wanted to come home to peace and you're a revolutionary, brother, your woman would have to have the mind, I believe, of an Assata Shakur. Think about this. We were all the men in America, the indigenous men in America, we got black police officers, we got black military, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, we got black security guards, we got all these brothers that, you know, are trained. But we as a whole in this country still could not protect that one woman. She had to go to Cuba. See, the power of the indigenous man here in this country is the Europeans come and draft it. They want to stop the rise of a black messiah. So that's why, sisters, they always send the recruiters to your son's high school. The recruiter at your son's high school every year, taking them out, buying them food. He gonna take your strength from you, and he gonna take your protection right from you. You got to get your sons and your daughters.
Yes,
he'll put them in the military. He'll put a backpack on the back, a parachute. He'll push them out of air. I know. I jumped out of airplanes, come out of helicopters on the road, shot the machine guns. I shot grenade launchers. I threw hand grenades. All because the white man trained me to do that.
Right.
Because they'll take every little militant mind or military mind that we have. They'll take all them minds, all them Hannibal minds away from your neighborhood, from protecting you, and put them in the military, and then send them, check this out, and send them to foreign places so they come back with women that don't even look like you.
Right.
And then you got to accept this new woman from Hawaii or some woman from Korea. Yeah. You see, that's what he do. So now this militant or this black messiah that you done had is in the military now. he on Okinawa, Japan,
Right.
a Marine.
Right.
All he see over there is Japanese women. So he gonna come home to you with a Japanese women. So all that militant mind and all that energy that he got within himself and that comes through his semen into his woman, it ain't going into another indigenous woman that has the mindset of Asada Shakur.
Yes,
you see
sir.
that?
Yes, sir.
It's going to some Japanese woman. And the woman, that's who basically the kingship gonna be given to the woman. She gonna place the next crown on the head of the prince or the king. That's gonna be the woman.
Right.
See, they know what they're doing, bro.
Yeah.
See, we got the militant mind. We know what to do, but they make sure they're always there. Hey, military, Air Force, Navy, Army, Marines. Hey, they're always there. Always
Keep
there.
them curved off. Keep a wedge between the
curved,
black man
bro.
and the black woman.
Exactly.
Ain't no doubt. Yes,
Exactly.
sir. All right. Well, listen, bro. You supposed to be coming through, man, pretty soon. This is what I want to do, bro.
All right.
Let's get on the phone and set up a date, man, for here.
Yeah.
And also in Jackson, Mississippi, bro. And I'm going to take you and let you do a couple of lectures, man. I'm going to try to set something up.
All right.
Use this broadcast right here, man, to push out there. And tell the people one more time, man, where they can find your book, how they can link up with you. We got Tea Talk with Issa and my wife coming up, man, at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to get ready for that. And then also, I want to get on the phone with you between then and now, because we might want to have you on there as a guest, man, via phone.
Okay, sounds good to me, brother.
Yeah, if that's okay. But tell the folks one more time, man, your name and everything about you, man, how to get in contact with you shortly. And after that, if y'all have any problems, man, y'all want to get in contact with the brother, man, and y'all have any problems, man, make sure y'all reach out to me, and I'll get y'all in contact with me, man. Go ahead.
All right. Okay, brother. You can hit me up on I'm trying to push my new YouTube page by Yah Is Real Hour Show YouTube page.
Yes, sir.
You can go type to look for me on that Yah Is Real Hour YouTube page. YAHISREALHOUR YouTube page. Yah Is Real Hour YouTube page. And you can also go to my website and find my book and ebook. And that's on YahIsRealHour.com website. Okay. So Yah Is Real Hour Show for YouTube and YahIsRealHour.com for my website. That's how you can get in touch with me right there.
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you, man. It's an honor having you on the show once again, bro. And we got to go ahead and do something, man, because that time running out, man, for you to get down through here, man. I want to make for sure when you get here, I'll be able to take you to Jackson, Mississippi, man, and let you talk to my brothers out there, man.
I love that, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah.
And another thing we got to work at, I want to throw this out in the air, man, and tell some of these brothers, man, let's start pulling our resources together, man, so we can get our own YouTube, own Facebook, all of that type of stuff. If not, man, we need to get up enough money with these million and billionaire people, man, that we got out here, man, and buy YouTube or one of these platforms, man, where we can start putting out our own stuff, man. And that's just how it got to be, because they steady throwing these curves and blocks, man. And I don't know what we're going to do, but we got to get it.
Yeah, bro, I'll say one more thing, if I got a chance to. I had an opportunity, bro, to have 95 acres of land given to me in Southampton County, Virginia. And elder down there on that land was going to give me that if I could have just got the investors. You know what I'm saying? The land, I believe, is probably still there, right there when Nat Turner did what he did. I was right there on the land. The elder gave me 95 acres. We went on the radio and everything, but we just couldn't get the people to come out with the money. So, I mean, that opportunity maybe still be there.
All right. Well, let's check on it, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Iron shopping in. Once again, man, Brother Israel, man, make sure y'all get in contact with the brother, man, because he got plenty of knowledge, as y'all can see, man. For those y'all that's going to be checking in after we get offline live, make for sure, bro, y'all get in contact with me. Inbox me, man, so we can get in contact with this brother and get him out on the road, man. Assalamu alaikum to everybody, man. Hotep, peace, and we'll be getting back at y'all later on. We going out, man, with another song. Well, as a matter of fact, man, I'm going to bring that same song back, man, because I love that, man. What you going to do when them crackers come for you? All right,
I'm
man.
going to perform that live, too. I'll be having that ready on live on deck. If you get me down there, definitely.
Yes, sir. Yeah. All right, appreciate you, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, too.
What you gonna do when the cracker comes for you? What you gonna do when the cracker comes for you? What you gonna do when the cracker comes for you? What you gonna do when the cracker comes for you? What you gonna do when the cracker comes for you? What you gonna do?
Family, man, I'm here at Chick-fil-A with my brother Allen, man. So I was in line and he said that he knew me from following 19 Keys first, but he saw the videos, so he was telling me something, so I just wanted to get it on camera just to show y'all the effects of social media. So what was you saying?
I was just saying that it's really inspirational for you, 19 Keys of Islam. I've been following y'all for a while, and you really helped, shape my mindset, shape me into the man that I am today. And even though I'm not a Muslim, I can really respect the teachings of the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan and just help us come together as a people, because I see a lot of the things that are happening, the Gucci stuff, all this other crap, the NFL stuff. I feel like we have so much power, but we don't tap into it, because a lot of us has been conditioned and shaped to believe that, we're controlled by society. We're so materialistic as a culture, and I want to change that as well, because a lot of people say, oh, black people won't do this, they won't do that. And I feel like that's so negative about us, and that's not true, because we've come so far, we've come through so much, as a people as a whole, and it's just, I can't wait to see what we can do as a collective, especially this year, because I feel like, this is a year that's going to change it for us, as far as supporting black businesses, just having more pride in ourselves as people, and then coming together as our own, because it's so easy for them to attack us if we're not together. You see how the NFL, you see how so many people watch the Super Bowl, but they did all that to Kaepernick. Right.
Yeah.
You see how Gucci and Prada and Louis, they all just mock us, and then we still buy them. That's ridiculous to me. But once we come together, they start doing that. We say no, we're not having it no more. We can change the paradigm. We can shift it.
Yes,
we can
sir.
shift everything. So
there it is, y'all, man. Y'all see brother Allen right there, man. What's your Instagram page so they can follow you? Or whatever you want to give them.
Man, it's Allen Young, I believe. If I don't know at the top, so I'm gonna just post a comment, and then that's where you can follow me. I don't really post anything, but I do watch a lot. I do learn a lot from social media, so I just want to continue to learn, continue to be a better man under the eyes of God, and continue to just grow. And maybe one day I'll be standing here like you, doing what you do.
Yes,
really
sir.
inspiring.
There it is, y'all. Each one teach one. I told y'all somebody's always looking, whether they liking, commenting, sharing or not. Somebody's always looking, so we got to be the example. Peace.